Kung Fu Panda. It's a great movie. Probably one of the best DreamWorks has ever made. It's funny, the animation's great, the acting's good, and it has a great message. Truly, a great source of inspiration and entertainment for many. That being said, I was surprised when YouTube, for absolutely no reason, recommended me the blatant ripoff, The Adventures of the Panda Warrior. Now, I say blatant ripoff, but it's not really. I don't know, I haven't really watched it. Apparently it's about a human person who gets isekai'd into another world and also turned into a panda for some reason. And he has to fight and save China, I guess. I don't know why. Now, being in absolute disbelief, I had to go onto the IMDb page to figure out just what this was. And let me tell you, I am absolutely horrified at what they showed us. I have no words to express the amount of terror that I see just based on the animation alone. Look at this thing! What is this? Now, I didn't watch this, but I was very much tempted to. But listen, it doesn't end here. But I went down to the recommended, and the main one that surprised me the most is this one. Finding Jesus. Two friends, Muggles and Joy, spread faith and hope in a number of isolated encounters, which reinforce basic biblical values.
All of our fellow sea creatures could learn a lot from you two.
God leads by example. Jesus keeps his promises, and so should we.
This absolutely goes 100% against what Jesus taught. I'm not crazy in thinking that this is just a Finding Nemo ripoff. But it's not, because it's about Jesus, and they're not finding anybody. They're just teaching about Jesus. Now, this one alone would already surprise me enough, but the fact that it has a sequel, look at this photo! That's absolutely horrifying! Who is that? Now, again, I was absolutely terrified at what I was looking at, but I just went further down the rabbit hole, and I went back into the recommended, and it's just a cavalcade of nightmare-inducing movie ripoffs or something. Look at this, the Autobots. Well, first of all, that's the name from Transformers, right? But it's the ripoff of Cars! Film revolves a genius engineer who develops 3 cars with sentient artificial intelligence for the ultimate interaction with humans. In a world where people normally drive cars, 3 plucky cars will go on an adventure and find what truly drives us all is friendship. I cannot comprehend what I am looking at. And every time you click on something and you go back down to the recommended, it just gives you more. You'll find new ones. Look at this. Bing's loyalty to his beehive is tested when it's taken over by a cruel queen who tyrannizes the hive and demands more honey. Will he resist the new queen's whims like his girlfriend Bonnie demands of him? I don't even know what this is talking about. This is horrifying. Oh my god, there's no way. Oh my goodness, what am I looking at? What am I looking at? What the heck is this?
Everything changed.
Tomorrow, we go on our African safari, and Mom says I can take you with me. Oh, look!
Pip finds himself in a whole new world.
Everyone loves Walt. Tiffany is not as popular. What's testing this unlikely duo's friendship?
No.
Walt's tangled web of lies. When a cherry pie disappears, Walt blames UFOs. When a pot breaks, it's the ghost's fault.
Now again, what really surprises me is that from a bird's eye view, they look like complete ripoffs, but they're not, because the story is completely different. Look at this one. Jojo and her mom have just moved from a big city reef to Bubbletown, a small friendly village beneath the sea. They have arrived just in time for Mother's Day. Jojo's new friends help her find the perfect gift for Mom, making it the best Mother's Day under the sea ever. Reading that, it has nothing to do with Finding Nemo, but you look at this and tell me that this is not a Finding Nemo ripoff. The people who made this are using like the clout of Finding Nemo, and they're trying to search engine optimize their own movie. But it clearly can't be working. This has a 6.8 though. What? Well, maybe it works for this one. Yeah, let's look at this one. Another horrifying creation. Oh my goodness, this is actually scary. There's no way that this is making them money in any way. Who's funding these? Are they just that passionate about making bad movies that they fund it themselves? They're not even trying to hide that this is a ripoff. Look at this. Well, this is about dancing, actually. So that's, I guess that's kind of different. Why'd they have to do a panda? It doesn't make any sense. And another thing I want to point out, while the animation for a lot of these looks absolutely horrible and terrifying in every way and makes me want to jump off a cliff, it seems that they get a pretty strong cast to voice their whatever weird movies. Back to the one for Adventures of the Panda Warrior. Freaking Tom Kenny is in this. This is the voice of SpongeBob. SpongeBob's in this movie. What? Look at this one. Dan Green is in this. Could you imagine you're watching one of these horrible movies and all of a sudden one of the characters go, "It's time to duel!" Now, I wish that was kind of the end of where my rabbit hole took me, but I started looking around in the directors, and when you start looking into the directors and what they've worked on, you start to see some familiar things. For example, this person worked on this fake B-movie thing, and then if you go down to what else they've done, it's more ripoffs. Look at this. This is a ripoff of Up. Oh my god, the freaking photos are horrifying. But when you find someone like this, for example, you start seeing that this is their life, and you can just dig endlessly, and you just keep finding more. Look at this. This is a freaking ripoff of Toy Story. And if you keep going, you keep clicking around on the different names of people and the different movies that they have worked on, you start to see more and more familiar names. Now, why am I bringing all this up? What does this tell me? This tells me that there has to be some sort of evil syndicate of people with the specific talent of creating ripoffs. They had to be, selected from the #1 most trending authors on fanfiction.net or something like that, because I don't know how this is possible and how they're all so interconnected. Ugh. Gross. And allow me to take this one step deeper. Do you know what else this means? That means people are willing to copy, make ripoffs of anything that is potentially popular. Anything. Not to mention that there's a new trend in technology in which people are trying to create more humans and clone people. Don't you just think that it might be possible that right now you're creating clones, rip-off clones of every single one of us to market for other people? I am at a loss for words. I really feel like I have to watch these movies now. At least some of them. Either on stream or through another video. I don't get it. This is what they do. They're not trying to make good movies. They're just trying to make people watch their horror that they have created. So stay away from these movies. Unless you want to watch me watch them for you. In that case, let me know in the comments below. Otherwise, look out behind you. Because for all we know, the rip-off copy version of us is already here. Ah!